Well, welcome to Beachport. We've made it to this beautiful seaside town on the Limestone Coast. Got the second longest jetty in South Australia here. It's pretty long. You up for walking it?
No, it's too cold today.
Just been checking out around Beachport. A bit overcast, wet and rainy, but anyway.
Nothing like a beach holiday in the rain.
And maybe tomorrow we'll head down to Mount Gambier and check out Mount Gambier. So let's check out the Limestone Coast. We're in Mount Gambier and we're going to check out the Blue Lake. Amazing bit of nature this is to see. What do you think of the Blue Lake, Shelby?
It's very blue.
It's very blue?
I got time, it's clear to see from up here. The world seems small. We can sit together. It's so beautiful, you and me. We meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free.
Welcome to Umpherston Sinkhole Caves. It's beautiful here. It's obviously gone through a few transformations in its life, but now it's actually looked after by the town of Mount Gambier, and I must say they do a beautiful job of the gardens here. It's gorgeous.
To be in the great outdoors, forever free. You and me, meant to be.
This is so beautiful. Oh wow. Wow, wow, wow. Gorgeous. I can imagine on a hot summer's day this would be like a beautiful oasis. Come check it out.
Cave garden in the main street of Mount Gambier. There's a lot of sinkholes around here.
Yeah, I wouldn't build here then.
It's a pretty city, Mount Gambier. I reckon on the Limestone Coast you come down here and it's quite big too.
I won't be needing that. I'm ready to fly down 65, hit the coastline in the sunshine. I'm going to find my new high, hit the coastline in the sunshine.
Yeah, I think it's cold. Well, she's a bit blowy here at Port MacDonnell. Gonna check out this point here. Hold on to me at, man, she's blowy. So Port MacDonnell was discovered in the 1800s. It was the most southerly port in South Australia. It faces the Southern Ocean straight out here, but it's subject to really fierce gales and sudden storms that really sweep in from the southwest. And so it's given this stretch of coastline the haunting name, the graveyard of ships. Apparently there is 21 ships that are recorded as sunken just off of Port MacDonnell here. Port MacDonnell now is really known for its southern rock lobsters. As you can see, you've got a bronze statue, really started off in the 1950s of catching southern rock lobster, and today there's still a big rock lobster industry here in Port MacDonnell.
I'm ready to fly down 65, hit the coastline in the sunshine. I'm going to find my new high, hit the coastline in the sunshine.
Well, we've made our way to Robe. It's probably the prettiest town along the Limestone Coast. Now we're going to check out around Robe, things to do and see here.
This place is pretty interesting, the obelisk. It was built in 1855 by a local builder. It's made of limestone, carried by 32 bullocks on a wagon out here. And it actually was used to store rockets that they used to fire lifelines and baskets out to distressed ships to bring passengers ashore, and apparently it saved plenty of lives. And originally it was only painted white, but the mariners were saying it's too hard to see out from shore, because they also used to use it as a bit of a marker to show where to come into the bay. So a little bit later on down the track it was painted in red and white stripes, and apparently on a clear day you can see it from 20 kilometres out at sea. So there you go, if you were back here in the 1800s on a distressed ship, you would have had a basket fired out to you on a rocket to save you. That'd be a pretty cool story, wouldn't it?
We're at the Cape Jaffa Lighthouse, built in 1868. It was built on a reef 8 kilometres out to sea, and there they had stationed lighthouse keepers, 2 families or 2 lighthouse keepers, and to get supplies they'd have to row all the way into the mainland, 8 kilometres. But in 1975 it was relocated here to Kingston as a historical monument. It was about 142,000 watt candlelight power it had. It was one of the main lighthouses that kept ships from Fremantle all the way along the Southern Ocean safe, away from some treacherous reefs out at sea.